Ever felt that sinking feeling after a negotiation? You walked away with a deal, but something felt off. Maybe you gave up too much, or the compromise left everyone unsatisfied. What if everything you've been taught about negotiation, the win-win, the splitting the difference, was actually setting you up to lose? This is the explosive premise of Never Split the Difference by former FBI lead international hostage negotiator Chris Voss. For over 2 decades, Voss's life literally depended on his ability to talk bank robbers, terrorists, and kidnappers into peaceful surrender. There was no room for mediocre compromises. A bad deal meant lives lost. From these unimaginable pressures, Voss distilled a revolutionary approach to negotiation that flips conventional wisdom on its head. It's not about logic, compromise, or even getting to yes. It's about human psychology, tactical empathy, and mastering the art of influence. So forget what you think you know. We're about to dive into the negotiator's playbook for life. Part 1. The new rulebook: Why Win-Win is a Trap. We've all been there, haggling over a price, discussing a salary, or even planning a family vacation. The instinct is to meet in the middle. Chris Voss has a blunt response to that instinct. No, just simply no. He argues that the classic win-win and compromise mindset is often ineffective and can be disastrous. Why? Because it's based on a logical, mathematical view of the world, while human beings are emotional, irrational, and unpredictable. When you split the difference, you usually end up with a subpar outcome for both sides. Voss uses a powerful analogy. Imagine a couple arguing over whether the husband wears black or brown shoes with his suit. Is the best solution really one black and one brown shoe? Of course not. Either solid choice is better than the absurd compromise. True negotiation isn't about dividing a fixed pie. It's about understanding the hidden motivations, fears, and desires of the other person to discover a better, often larger pie that you never knew existed. The goal isn't to be reasonable, it's to be effective. Part 2. The FBI's Human Toolkit: Your New Superpowers. Voss's methodology is built on a set of field-tested techniques designed to build rapport, uncover information, and steer conversations. These aren't tricks, they're tools for connection. Number 1, the superpower of listening: tactical empathy. This is the cornerstone. Empathy here isn't about being nice or sympathetic, it's tactical. It's the deliberate effort to understand your counterpart's perspective and feelings, not to agree with them, but to use that understanding as your greatest strategic asset. A Gallup study even suggests that up to 90% of high-stakes decisions are based on emotion, not logic. By practicing tactical empathy, you speak directly to the driver of all decisions. Number 2, the magic of the mirror. This is deceptively simple but incredibly powerful. Mirroring involves repeating the last 1 to 3 critical words your counterpart just said with an upward, inquisitive tone. For example, them: "We need more time to deliberate on this." You: "Deliberate?" Then you stay silent. This triggers a deep-seated psychological response. The other person will almost always elaborate, clarify, and reveal more information to fill the silence. It's a non-confrontational way to say, "Please tell me more." Number 3, giving feelings a name: labeling. This is where you take tactical empathy and voice it. Labeling is the act of identifying and naming the emotions you suspect the other party is feeling. You use neutral, empathetic phrases. It seems like you're worried about the timeline. It sounds like you've been frustrated by past promises. It looks like this is really important to your team. A good label does 2 things. It demonstrates deep understanding, and it neutralizes negative emotions. When someone feels heard, their defensiveness melts away. The ultimate sign you've labeled successfully: they say, "That's right." Not "you're right," but "that's right." This moment is a tectonic shift in a negotiation. It signals true alignment and is often the precursor to a breakthrough. Number 4, the surprising power of no. We're conditioned to seek yes. Voss teaches us to welcome and even trigger no. Why? Because no makes people feel safe, secure, and in control. It's an affirmation of their autonomy. Instead of pressuring for a yes, ask questions designed to elicit a no. Is now a bad time to talk? Or have you given up on this project? This allows the other party to define their boundaries comfortably. Furthermore, a no is rarely a final answer. It can mean wait, I need more information, or I'm not comfortable yet. Unpacking the no reveals the real path forward. Number 5, the art of calibrated questions. These are open-ended what and how questions that you use to gently guide your counterpart towards solving your problem. They transfer the illusion of control to them while you frame the conversation. What's the biggest challenge you see here? How am I supposed to do that? What do you need to see from us to make this work? Notice these aren't yes or no questions. They force contemplation and collaboration, making the other side feel like they're architecting the solution. Part 3. Advanced plays for high-stakes moments. Beyond the core tools, Voss provides specific plays for critical moments. The accusation audit. Before a tough negotiation, list the worst things your counterpart could say or think about you or your offer. Say them first. You're going to think this is a terrible offer, or I know it seems like we're being inflexible. This drains the negativity out of the room and makes you seem radically transparent. Diffusing the F-bomb. The F-bomb in negotiation is fair. If someone says, "We just want what's fair," it's a power play designed to make you defensive and concede. The countermove is to pause, apologize, and use a calibrated question. "I apologize. Let's go back to where you think I started treating you unfairly so we can fix it." The Ackerman bargaining method, a systematic, empathy-driven model for haggling. Start your offer at 65% of your target price. After empathy and calibrated questions, raise to 85%, then 95%, and finally to 100%. Use precise, non-round numbers for your final offer, $37,893 instead of $38,000, to show you've reached your absolute limit. Throw in a non-monetary item on the last raise to show you're done. Hunting for black swans. Voss believes every negotiation has up to 3 black swans, unknown unknowns, or hidden motivations that, if discovered, change everything. You find them not by talking, but by the masterful use of listening, mirroring, and labeling to keep your counterpart revealing more than they planned. Part 4. Negotiating life, from the boardroom to the living room. This isn't just for billion-dollar deals. This is a philosophy for life. In leadership and sales, use calibrated questions. What are we trying to accomplish? To guide your team. Use labeling to de-escalate a frustrated client. It seems like the delivery delay has caused a major headache for your team. In salary negotiations, avoid stating a number first. If forced, use a range based on solid research, knowing they'll anchor to the lower end. Use a precise odd number for credibility. In parenting, instead of commands, use calibrated questions. What's the best way for us to get all this done before bedtime? Gives a child agency and turns a conflict into a collaboration. In relationships, labeling emotions like, "It sounds like you're really hurt that I forgot," can de-escalate arguments faster than any logical defense. Conclusion: the negotiator's mindset. Chris Voss's ultimate lesson is this: when the pressure is on, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your highest level of preparation. Never Split the Difference arms you with that preparation. It teaches you that negotiation is not a battle of wills, but a dance of discovery. It's about being so skilled in the art of human connection that you can navigate any conversation, whether you're saving a hostage, closing a deal, or deciding on weekend plans, with confidence, empathy, and power. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to reject the easy compromise. Embrace the messy, emotional, and profoundly human process of real negotiation. Seek not the middle ground, but the best ground. And remember, the goal is not to split the difference, but to discover the difference that makes all the difference. If this deep dive into the psychology of deal-making resonated with you, imagine what applying these principles could do for your business, career, and relationships. Hit subscribe for more content that turns complex ideas into actionable skills. Let us know in the comments about a time you successfully used empathy or a clever question to change an outcome. What's your biggest negotiation challenge? Until next time, negotiate well.